Welcome to the Unique Show. This is your host, Unique, with another episode. Bang! We're back. It's 2024. What? 2024? 2024. Oh my gosh, we made it. We made it. Let's do something fun. Let's do something fun. I'm gonna talk about things that will make you poor. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be exciting. This is gonna be exciting. And if you get offended, hey, look, I'm not a financial advisor. This is coming from my research, from my own experiences. I could, so when I name something that you do, I'm not saying you must change it, because we all have a way of looking at our, we all have a different way of seeing money and what, like money is a tool to do things that you want to do, right? So yeah, let's get into the fun stuff. What is 8 things that you do that will keep you poor? The first one, you don't have a budget. People just don't budget. Like, I don't know how many times I'm going to stress this enough. Like, people just don't write budgets down. Like, at the beginning of the month, every time for me, I always write a budget of where I want my money to go. I always write, the needs that, the amount of money I need for my needs, the amount of money I need for my wants, the amount of money I need that must go into investments and savings. And that has almost became like something that I do month to month. It's almost like I know it in my head now. So I'm not even phased by it. It's always the same. And that just helps you to plan your money, because sometimes you just write, you just go with the flow. Some people just go with the flow. I mean, they know the most important things sometimes, but sometimes it's just like, I'm just gonna wing it, and that's just not a good way. You need to be able to manage your money, and managing your money is just to check where your money is going and analyzing if that is the right thing to do for yourself. So write a budget, write it down, don't just think about it. Write it down. It helps you. And if you can take your bank statement and check where your money goes, it's important, man. So the next one is gambling. Look, a budget is very important. I was looking at my bank statements a few months ago, and it had a lot of like gambling sites. And when I look at the amount that I spent on gambling, like, people don't realize how much gambling is so addictive and so bad for most people, but they just can't shake it off and they can't let it go. But it's not good for your life, because it gives you hope. Like, there's a saying that there's a statistic that says the amount of people that are buying lotto tickets are low income earners. So that just shows, I mean, people just hold on to that hope that, I'll be a millionaire, and unfortunately for most people, you won't be a millionaire, bro. You won't. Just quit it. Just use that money to do other things. Just buy bread. I don't know what you want to do, but the amount of money you're spending on gambling, please, your betways and what's. Like, it was a problem for me. I've quit. I've canceled betway. I've canceled Hollywood bets because that was not good for my life. But if you feel like it's good for you, keep on doing it and live the dream. Maybe you're gonna make millions one day. I don't know. But for me, even if I make some money, I realize that in the long term, it's like they make more money than me. So it's better I use that money for other things. So the third thing is peer pressure. I mean, buying things that you don't need just to impress other people that you don't even like is what most people are writing about nowadays. People societal pressure is a big thing. People buy things just so other people can like them. Like, what? Always introspect and see what you need to do for yourself. Make sure that every decision you're taking is because you really love that thing, and it's not because you want to impress Joe, your neighbor, or something like that. Please, no pressure. You don't have to buy a BMW if because your mother thinks it's a great car. Do it because you love the BMW. All right? Yeah. The fourth one is entertainment, and I'll put a lot on entertainment. Like, entertainment is a big thing for most of us. Like, entertainment can be you subscribing to hundreds of online TV channels, Netflix, Showmax, whatever, this Prime. There's so many things that goes into entertainment. Could be you going out every time with your friends, drinking, or buying alcohol. I'll put that eating out, I'll put everything into entertainment into one bracket. Even though we can say, we can say food. Like food is important. Like let's say food as a category. You can have eating at home. That would be a nice category. But you eating out is like one of those things that people just do. Like they don't even care. Like I like to be out. It's good for me. But a lot of money goes out to stupid things like that. So I'll put that. I'll even put. Yeah, I'll just stick to that. Like eating out and you going out and traveling and all those things is not a need. It's just it's just a stupid want and you can cut it out. So yeah, that's the things that are making you poor right now. And this is according to me, bro. Don't hate my list. Don't hate my list. The other one is living above your means. Oh, like I don't know. Like people just. The problem about living above your means is like you need to learn to save. That's the only thing that's going to make a difference in your life. Like if you're getting 20,000, don't let don't let that whole 20,000 to cover up everything. Like, live below your means. Like don't live in an expensive place. If you are getting 20,000, you buy a place that's like 10,000. Like that's half your salary, and 6,000 is for expensive car, and then the rest you're like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The 4,000 is gonna go into food and other things. Like you need to lower the amount of things that don't stop going to a higher lifestyle than the one that is good for you. I mean, it's good to have a financial advisor so they can check your bank statements and see what you can cut down. Live in a smaller apartment or in a cheaper apartment. Don't. Most people just when they get a lot of money, they just wanna upgrade their life to the extremes. So they can look like, oh, I'm in that bracket now. But living down your means will give you a lot of financial freedom. All right. The other one is bad debt. Oof, bad debt. Look. Bad debt. What is bad debt? First of all, bad debt is an expense. It's a liability that doesn't help you with anything. It's you opening clothing accounts, and that triggers you to buy things that you don't even want, you don't even need. I have a clothing account, but I'm able to maintain it. And if you can maintain it, it's good. But most people just use that for like ridiculous things, right? So like good debt would be you by using debt or using loans to acquire assets that will in turn bring more income for you, and you will be able to pay off that loan quicker, right? So anything that's bad debt is like the money is just like you just go into this thing but it doesn't really help you with much, and so bad debt is that. Alcohol and fun. This is from a South African perspective, from what I've seen, and I'll say I'm targeting more lower class to maybe slightly middle class people. But alcohol is a big one in South Africa. I remember in college there were always those guys. Like whenever they get money, let's say you get 1,000 to buy groceries, and most of those guys would take 700 and buy alcohol, and then 300 just to buy food. I'm like, what the fuck? This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. 700? Like that's like 70% of your amount goes to alcohol, and alcohol is so expensive. People just don't realize and it's not good for your health either. And I don't have a problem with it because I do drink, but not as much. It's not something that every month I'm like, oh, I gotta drink it every time. Like I can buy something and just keep it for 2 months or 3 months. I don't feel the need to always have it. I'm not here to talk bad about it. Like do whatever you want to do with your money, but it's one of those things that can definitely keep you poor. I think the money can go into better things than alcohol, and I think the thing about alcohol, like whenever I go to it happens to me too. Like when I go to a liquor store, even though I know what I like, sometimes I just go crazy because I want gin, I want vodka, I want cream liqueur, I want all these different things, I want ciders, So it definitely can knock you off budget, and most people just spend a lot of money on that. Black tax. Ooh, this is the 7th one. Black tax. Unfortunately, this this is a very emotional one for some people, but black tax is a major thing. We are new to money, and unfortunately, some people, when you're born, there's so much expectation that if once you make it, you gotta make sure you take care of your grandparents, your niece, your aunt, your uncle, your what. Like it's too much pressure. That's what black tax is. When you know when they call you, when your family or extended family they call you, it's always problems. Hey, they always want money. That's so much stress. Like you can't even budget black tax because it's just money that your extended family just expect you to give it to them. And even friends sometimes have that thing where there's that friend that once they call this is money related. Friend, I'll call that one friend tax. So it's fucked up. Like black tax have, like once it becomes strenuous to you, and like when giving and doing something that you want to do, and like giving is a beautiful thing. You feel good in your heart, right? You feel relieved because it's a good thing to do. But once you give and you feel that, oh man, yes, I'm gonna have stress now. It's bad. And you should be able to say no. And stop thinking you're a hero. Like, if I don't give this person money, they won't survive. Even when people borrow money, they act like you're the only person who can save them. Like, oh, without you, I'm dead. Like, people can survive regardless. Don't think you're a hero, like you're Superman, like you have to save everybody. You don't have the power to save everybody, all right? So yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. That's why I talk about black tax. But we can go broad. I think the topic of black tax is beautiful. This is from a South African context. So also, I would say churches. This from an African context. I think there's this saying that if you give, you will receive. Right? That you go to a church and. I mean, I don't like any responsibility of financial responsibility. Like, oh, you must give 10% to God. Yeah. These pastors that just wanna manipulate you to give. Like, there's so many verses in the Bible that make you to give. Like, the Bible is about context so much that when they can manipulate you with their speeches of giving. Like, when you go to a church and when it gets to the financial part, they're so energetic because they want money to, for their own riches. Like, we've seen it a lot of times where, church is supposed to be a symbol of goodness, helping the needy, something good. But you can see, man, this churches are, man. I mean, I see the fancy church we have. Okay, it's fine. We need to be in a nice church, but these other things now must buy the pastor a nice car, and I'm like what? Now it's always coming inside shiny suits. He's wearing Rolex like me. Like, what the heck is this now? It's and it's good to get manipulated into that. So churches, man. I hope that nowadays it's just that they just lost the whole idea. That's why sometimes just to go to a church, you're like, oh man, it's strenuous, man. So the other one, I'm done. I don't know if the camera's still on, but I can't see because I don't have a videographer who's shooting me. Those are the 8 things that I could think of that will make you poor from a South African context. And look, man, this is my list. This is my own research. This is from what I've seen. I'm not a financial advisor, but maybe if you see something that something on the list that maybe you can cut down and cutting down can make your life, like having excess money that you can save or invest is a big plus. So stop spending all your money because if you want to be financially free, then you gotta you shouldn't have financial stress whatsoever, and you can make you can cut down things that can make you to live that type of life. So this is unique. I'm sure it's black now or whatever is showing. Cheers till the next episode. Cheers.